Halloween 2022 just so happens to fall on the same day as Game 3 of the World Series. And with the Astros and Phillies tied up in a game apiece, it got me thinking, what would these guys dress up as when it comes to fictional baseball players for movies? Now, taking into account their personalities and style of play, here's what I came up with, and feel free to add to this list in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and click that notification for when new episodes of Baseball 360 premiere. Let's begin with the home team and the reigning NLCS MVP, Bryce Harper. A powerful left-handed stick, an absolute fan favorite, and a fiery personality that isn't afraid to play through pain. Harper is Roy Hobbs, the natural. Besides, there's no way you haven't heard someone in the media recently remind you that Harper was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at the age of 16. We get it. JT Realmuto, like Crash Davis was in Bull Durham, is perhaps the most important guy on the roster. Cool under pressure is an understatement. Whether it's not flinching when a baseball is coming at him from 10 feet away, or hitting the game-winning homer in Game 1 of the World Series, Davis, like Realmuto, is all about experience and honoring the game. Realmuto calls a fantastic game behind the plate, works well with young pitchers, and seems to be poised to become a great manager someday, just like Crash Davis will. Nick Castellanos is the second coming of Pedro Serrano from Major League. Now that he can finally hit the curveball without the help of Jobu, Serrano, like Castellanos, has never met a pitch he doesn't like, as his 153 to 44 K to walk ratio in his career would suggest. Now, he's a decent outfielder and can be a bit ornery at times, but there is plenty of walk-off potential in Castellanos' bat. Long-haired Steve Nebraska throws 81 straight strikes and retires all 27 batters for a perfect game in Game 1 of the World Series, but we never find out if the Yankees actually win the World Series in the movie The Scout. Anyway, his real-life counterpart is Noah Syndergaard, and although he is no longer the flamethrower that pitched for the other New York team, Mighty Thor is still a giant man that will look to put his team on his back in Game 3 of the World Series. Then there's the American League champion, Houston Astros. And we're going to begin with their Hall of Fame pitcher, Justin Verlander, who, for my money, is none other than Billy Chapel from the movie For the Love of the Game. Now, I don't care how old Verlander is, like Kevin Costner's Chapel, he's a professional pitcher that turns back the clock, knowing how to get it done both on and off the field. Lance McCullers was skipped for one start in the ALCS rotation versus the Yankees because he hurt his elbow when it was hit by a flying champagne cork following the Astros ALDS sweep of the Seattle Mariners. And so McCullers is Nuke LaLoosh, who was once described as a $1 million arm with a 10-cent head. Perhaps like Nuke, this former flamethrower can one day turn into a top-flight pitcher. Jose Altuve, meet Marla Hooch from A League of Their Own. Hooch, who's been derided for her physical appearance in the movie, is the most consistent and gifted hitter on her team, much like Altuve continues to be for Houston. And it's not just their power at the plate, they can both work the gaps to drive in runs, and they both play a really good second base. Alex Bregman has the same stature and big swing as Billy Downtown Anderson from Major League back to the minors. What a movie, why? Much like Downtown, who wasn't likable until he got a hold of his emotions a la Bregman before the 2017 cheating scandal came to light, both can hit bombs and lead their clubs to championships. Then there's Yuri Gurriel, who has a number of similarities to Tom Selleck's Jack Elliott in the movie Mr. Baseball. Now in the twilight of their careers, Elliott is a fantastic defensive first baseman that hits for average, while Gurriel is both a Gold Glover and a batting crown winner. Both also played for a time in Japan, so there you go. Jeremy Pena is Benny the Jet Rodriguez from The Sandlot. Google their photos and look at the resemblance, it's uncanny. Pena, like the Jet, can turn the lineup over. He's a heady player with good speed and bat skills, who works the count, put the ball in play, and can get on base. Every team needs one. So those are my picks for my fictional baseball team if they could play for the Astros or the Phillies here on Halloween, having a little bit of fun. Anyway, I'm your host, Mike Calendrillo for Baseball 360. Make sure to hit the subscribe, leave us a like, leave us a comment, and we will catch you next time.